Me crack off a piece of skull, me leaves I run a million, me seize a month.
Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with a buzz. It seems as if the St. Catherine Po, they're on some sorts of eradication campaign to get rid of a whole bunch of persons that are menaces to society. Wanted men, gunmen, done extortionists. I did not know that the JCF does any sorts of sting operation. I could not tell that they have undercover Po. Well, people, it seems as if one of those persons that was on the list, 44-year-old Jerome Marlon Daly, he is from Old Harbour. He underestimated the power of the JCF and overestimated his badness. When Mr. Daly lost his life, somebody sent me some picture of Mr. Daly laying on his back, body riddled with all sorts of corn from the JCF. JCF said it's some sorts of shootouts. The person that sent me the picture, them say, you know, she said, the JCF wicked. Them take what I youth here and claim, say, some sorts of pie out. You know the regular script that we've always heard from the JCF. Well, people, it seems as if in this instance, the JCF was not really lying. Am I going to say they were telling 100% truth? No. But it seems as if Mr. Daly was on the wanted list, like I told you. Mr. Daly was seen on a couple of occasions prior to the Po and him engaging in some alleged pie out. I want you to listen what the Po for the era has to say as it pertains to him and two other individuals that were also just as unfortunate as him because they were entangling in all sorts of gangster dirty bung. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Was on Saturday, November 9, shortly after midnight along Job's Lane, a man attacked police officers who were in plain clothes with a firearm. The police officers immediately took evasive action and the man was shot and injured. A 9mm pistol loaded with 10 rounds was seized from this man. He was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. It appeared as if he was a laborer doing construction in one of the housing schemes. He was also observed at a wake in Point Hill sometime after 9 p.m. on Saturday. We're also asking that persons you check with the police before renting your premises for business or even temporary living accommodation. On the approach of the police, one man engaged the police in a fierce gun battle. He was shot and injured. He was later transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. A firearm loaded with an extended magazine, and this magazine has a capacity to hold 30 rounds. So this magazine was recovered in the firearm with 14 rounds. Another magazine loaded with 10 rounds was also recovered. A man who aroused the suspicion of the police was searched, and a 9mm pistol loaded with 13 rounds was seized from him. He was subsequently arrested.
Now, people, this is my disclaimer before I proceed. Like I've said before, there are always three sides to every story. The victim side, however, unfortunately, dead men tell no sorts of tale. The Po version, and then there's Indicom that is going to do their investigation. I am sure that the outcome is going to be the same, just based off recent history. But people, in the case of at least two of these three people, the police tell you, say, they saw him on some sorts of construction site, Mr. Daly, that is. They saw him at a next location, and then the last time they saw him, they will see him no more because they sent him to the afterlife. After the Po realized that there was some sorts of bulge, that is one sort of the story, and then him try for wheel and pop off, but it seems as if he was kind of slow on the draw and even worse on the aim. The Po took him out. The next individual, like you heard, that person was also caught with a tool with extendo clip that can hold at least 30 rounds. So therefore, it seems as if he was planning to do some sorts of damage. But like them say, man a plan, gotta wipe out. And the po wiped him out. Point blank and period.
Guys, me see everybody ask me what make me a cry and thing. You know, life just humble me. You know, from me lose my car, life just like me just feel like me humble. You know, tell me I'm telling you so. Me don't want to feel like say I nothing really bad happened to me, but I just that happened to me. And right now me I go through it. Still right now me feel like me I'm mad.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, there's a thing that is called show off brings disgrace. He that exalteth himself shall be abased. The individual that you saw at the start of this part of the video, his name is Pops YG. Social media personality / scammer chopper allegedly. Now we've seen him on a couple of occasions all over the place, a boss, him there in the people in hometown, bragging always in some sorts of conflict with all sorts of social media personality. The Despicables part 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And people are said to themselves, then hold on a minute. How comes this youth, 17 to probably 19, conflicting his age, have so much money? Which part him get so much money is always seen on videos showing all sorts of money in the millions. People are say he must be doing something illegal, illicit. Because we know say people are make money on TikTok, but not to that extent. So therefore, the maths was not mathsing or adding up. Well, people, it seems as if story have come to bump, and it seems as if him have what them call a mama, somebody that is financial sponsor. Some lonely, desperate soul from over America, one of those places that is actually financing his habit, is boasting rate, lele, blue, blah, bling. And this came to light when she came out and took back the Benz, or the latest Benz that she had, because she said she is the person that bought it. The Benz belonged to her. She only loaned him the Benz so that he can go out and act an ass on social media. I want you to take a listen, take a look to exactly what this lady has to say, the edited version, and then I'll give my piece.
Like his moment, right? He was trying to prove everybody wrong and say he got the Benz and da-da-da-da-da-da. So why during your moment you gotta prove to everybody that you hate me so much and I'm so bad, and you know what I mean? Like, you got your moment. That was his big moment, you know, to prove everybody wrong and da-da-da-da-da. And the whole time you're like, oh yeah, Team Marie this, Team Marie that. Like, please. I don't know why I have to be incorporated. My name has to be incorporated with everything. Like, okay, you got a little baby discontinued because that the A class I never heard. I never even heard. I'm just being honest. I never even heard of an A class until today. If you Google it, you can Google it right now. It's gonna say discontinued in the U.S. and Canada. Google it right now. Google it right now. Again, I told him to stop saying my name on here. I don't want to argue with him. No, I don't want to argue. But you cannot come and try to shit on me with an A class from off of B forward. That some lady helped you pay for. And probably Mr. Buck threw some money in there too. Like, now you got to pay those people back. Anyway, that was today's stunt. Let's see what they pull tomorrow. And then when I talk about I stole a car, hold up real quick. First of all, I don't got to steal nobody's car. Like I said, I'm not a hater. I'm happy for him. But there was no reason to say my name. There was no reason to say my name. And it's like he gotta, you know what I think it is? Since he's getting much TikTok and everything. Because the lady, I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to disrespect another female. But the lady is the one that sent the money. to get the car off of B Forward. Okay, I got phone calls about it today. So I already know what's going on. What's the matter? She couldn't fly in? She couldn't fly in like I did and just buy it? But again, the reason why I'm talking shit, the reason why I'm even talking about this is because he said I stole the car. So we're gonna see right now who stole the car, okay?
Now, people, like I said, the name of this lady, T. Marie, apparently, she is his financial, call it Yamed advisor. They are in some sort of strange, weird relationship, and like them say, love is blind. It seems as if love is also dumb. Because look at the age of this youth. I guess she's his manager / girlfriend. Don't really know the relationship, but there's something into something. Nobody just does anything just for the FUCK of it. So we can assume that this lady is what we call the foreign type of the Yamed. Don't know if the local Yamed is better, just like how the local curry goat is better than the foreign curry goats. I am assuming it is probably worse, based on the fact that she flew all the way hundreds or thousands of miles to come to Jamaica to buy a Benz for a youth that is probably 3 or 4 times her junior. Like me say, me nah say them a slam and a bang. Maybe this is just strictly business. Maybe she is his manager. Well, people, fuck it. I doubt it very much that that is the case. So what this tells me is that this chopping thing is really influential, because we've seen all sorts of story in the local and foreign press in which when these people contact these victims overseas, they even convince them that they are in love and even convince them that their family is the enemy. So therefore, this lady flew all the way from America or wherever, I am assuming based on the accents, come to Jamaica, buy this little young youth some sorts of Benz or 2. He had 1. She took that latest one. I think that was a C-class. He is now posing in some sorts of A-class Benz. And this lady say is an ex-Yamed, just like herself, that she knows that she's not exposing that person that bought him this Benz. Now, people, isn't it strange? These Jamaican men, them can't hold them girlfriend on. Them no want be seen. Whenever you see them at the club, is a bunch of man, a bunch of balls hanging out. Don't take their girlfriend anywhere. But whenever you see these people with these tourists, them dip on the beach, a suck out tongue, a hold on, all sorts of romantic, all sorts of ish. So it seems as if them tell themselves, listen, once the money is right, they will do just about anything. They will reform and go back to the 70s or 80s when person used to actually open door, hold and kiss it, smooch it in a public. But they are not going to do it to their local girlfriends. These young ladies, well, not young lady, these ladies in them 50, what them call them cougar, it seems as if wherever they are at, they are so desperate. Nobody wants them. This is what we call trailer park trash in America. However, when them come to Jamaica, because these youths are so full of all sorts of craft, looking money, looking somebody to take care of them because they are worthless as FUCK, and then they are idolized by the rest of scumbags that are out there and saying, yes, them are do the right thing, them are chop the line, they are using some sorts of elderly person. When people are desperate, they will do just about anything. It is not that you are so great. It is that their own confidence, their own self-esteem is so low, it makes you look high. It is easy to take advantage of someone that is pretty much under the dirt, in the abyss of hell. Such is the case in this case. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called long run, short catch. You can run, but you cannot hide. The long arms of the law is going to catch up to you sooner or later. Such is the case for the young man, well, not young man that you see on the screen, Delmark Sinclair, known in the street as Fry Eye. He is from Sherwood Content, that is in Trelawney. same place Usain Bolt come from. Usain Bolt did the short sprint. He tried to do the long sprint to get away. However, it did not work out for him. Eventually, he was caught. He was wanted for Jamaica for murder. He ran across the border, went to Canada. He was caught by Interpol in some sorts of sting. He is presently locked up in some location in Toronto known as Mimico, the correctional facility right there. He is waiting extradition to come back to Jamaica to answer to his crimes. Moral of the story is this, like I said, you can run, but you cannot hide. Sooner or later, like in the gangster world, they don't run down people, they wait to run into them and then run them down to the ground. Whenever you are a criminal element, sooner or later you are going to slip up. Sooner or later, because everything is now tracked and traced. Whenever you are wanted in a Jamaica, there are some sorts of stop order at most airport. Interpol, which is an international organization, links first world country including UK, United States and Canada alike, which is a spot in which they found him in Toronto, to be specific. He will be coming back from whence he came and he is going to face the judgment. Hopefully, some sort of accident might happen on his way from the airport to the Popo station. He might try to disarm one of the Popo and the Popo wheel and pop off and put two in him and put him to his rightful place. You know exactly where that is. It is called Dovecote or like places. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next two channels. They are called Jamaica Dancehall Source and Crime Time News JA. I will be pinning the link to those channels in the description of this video. Bless up.